know it's some hard times now, but you know what else I know? He waited a beat, setting the thick Bible down on the podium with a dull thump and gripping the sides of the stand with both hands. What I know, he continued, is that God has got this. You think he can't handle a country in ruin? He's been dealing with ruined countries for the past 2,000 years. You think he can't handle our struggle, our poverty? How many hungry did Jesus feed with those loaves and those fishes? A soft murmur rumbled through the congregation, and a few hands clapped. And if you need another miracle to prove that the Lord provides, then look no further than this town of men. The amens were repeated, with scattered whoops and hollers as more hands joined in the clapping. Now my father raised his arms, his voice rising as well. When this town was on its knees, when the corn wouldn't grow and the wells had run dry, God did not forsake us. And when we called out to him, did he answer? The congregation whooped with an exuberant yes. Now they say the corn grows itself in Williford, amen? I found myself clapping now as the energy continued to swell. Did he not say that he would feed us like the birds and clothe us like the flowers of the field? And does he not keep his promises? More clapping, more amens, more energy rising like thermal columns pushing clouds into the sky. The congregation stood, and I rose with them. 0. On the front steps of the chapel, the sun beat down in all its fury, making me sweat to my gray suit jacket. The old people lingered, standing in the doorway and under the shade trees. Kids, freed from the confines of the pews, ran in frenetic circles and shrieked with delight in whatever game they were playing. I felt a hand on my arm and turned to see Mrs. Bennet standing beside me. Gray and recently widowed, she was one who had been here since before the shade tree that we stood beside had been planted. Your father gave a wonderful sermon today, didn't he? She said. He always does, I replied. She gave my arm a nudge. One day it will be you up there, Elias, she told me. That's what I think. Oh, I don't know about that. I can see it, she insisted, in the knowing way of old women. There's a light inside you. Don't keep it hidden. She smiled up at me, but suddenly her expression changed as something caught her eye. Caleb James, she called across me. You get out of that corn right now, you hear? I turned and followed her gaze to the cornfield which stood to our right, just on the edge of the church property. 8-year-old Caleb had tucked himself between the corn rows and was giggling with his friends as he peeked at them from between the green leaves. His laughter stopped at the sound of Mrs. Bennet's sharp command, and I saw his face blanch as she began stomping towards him.